Hi guys, it's Megan here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we're going to do a reformer workout. I am 37 weeks pregnant. I'm getting super close to my due date. I really feel like this baby might come early. So I did want to mention this might be my last YouTube video for a while. I'm pretty tired, and as you know, a lot goes into making these videos. It's a lot of work. So this might be my last one. So I just wanted to make this really special for you guys. So we're gonna use our box, and that's about it. I'll have my platform extender on, but that's optional, but definitely with a box. So with that being said, let's get started. I'm gonna start on one red spring, okay? So one red spring only. Perfect. And then we're actually gonna start in front of our reformer. So come in front and bring your foot bar all the way down. So you wanna have your box on that long ways. So long box, one red heavy spring, and let's go ahead and open up our hips, our legs about hip distance apart. If you're pregnant, I would go a little bit wider, just so we have make room for our big old bellies. We're gonna place our hands onto our box and place your feet exactly like kind of where you're comfortable. You can sit back into those heels, okay? And we're just gonna roll out the spine. Feel some spine articulation, really open that back, will feel good. So when you're ready, you're gonna press all the way out with the arms straight and see if you can bring your chest all the way down. Open up those legs, let that belly hang if you're pregnant. And then slowly roll on up. If you're not pregnant, really try to round that spine. And if you are, just do as what you're comfortable with. Remember, avoid doming. We don't want that doming. We want to keep that belly round. Good, so now that you got it, let's just keep going. Go at your own pace. Really take this as a nice stretch. This should feel really good. Sit back into those heels, okay? Stretch those arms out long, and then round that spine as you come in, pulling that tummy up towards your spine. Good, let's keep going. Out, back extension, and then in. So it's kind of like a cat-cow stretch, but using the spring tension to really stretch out that spine. Let your head naturally follow with your spine here. So eye gaze is gonna stay at the floor. You're not gonna look up like this. Make sure your neck is in line with the spine the entire time. Good, let's go one more time. Stay out there. Arms are long, stay out there. Position your hands where you're a little bit comfortable with that box. And we're gonna go single arm. And I'm just gonna thread that needle underneath towards my right side. Let my body hang. Just kind of get that rotation of the spine. Nothing too big, especially if you're pregnant. We don't want to go into heavy rotation, but moving like this is fine. Good. Take a deep breath. Both hands back up. You can keep that box out, and then let's just switch into that other side right away. Good. Both hands on that box, and then let's slowly round that spine and come on up and roll on up. Whew. Great. So we're gonna stay here, and we're just gonna rotate facing the front. So I hope I positioned my camera where, I'm in frame. As I can see, I think I am, so good. So from here, so now I'm facing towards the camera. My right foot's gonna be on the ground, and I'm gonna bring my left foot up onto my box. So I have one heavy spring here. Like I said, if it's too heavy, always go down in springs. If it's too light, add a spring. Do what you're comfortable with. I'm just showing you the moves. You guys kind of make up what you're comfortable with. Good. From here, so I'm having my right toes facing forward, and then my left toes that are onto the box facing towards the reformer, okay? And then from here, we're just going to kick that leg out and in. Getting full extension with that leg and in. So we're really starting to open up the inside of our thighs here. Good. Opening up the hips. Finding hip mobility. Good job, guys. So just pressing out and in. Take your time. So we're gonna add on. So let's bring our arms out to a T. And as you press out, let's just lean over towards that left side, opening that right side of the body and coming back to that T. So take these nice and slow. We're just really stretching our body right now, opening it up, preparing for our workout. So I like these. It just feels really good, especially being so far along in my pregnancy. So to really stretch my body and open the side body and my hips, it's exactly what I need. So if you're pregnant like me, it probably feels really good. And if you're not, same thing. Good. Now we're just gonna add on. So as we press out, we're just gonna rotate our body so our hips stay square to in front of us, and we're just rotating at that waistline, moving the rib cage and then back in. So now we're just finding more rotation in the spine, working into those obliques. Pull your stomach in towards as we rotate and then back out. Good. Pull those shoulders out of your ears. Bring those shoulders back. Head should be right on top of your shoulders here. And let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Good. So now we're going to go ahead and bend into our stable leg. So our leg that was on the floor that was just there to stabilize us. And now we're going to press our carriage leg out, keeping that straight. And now we're just going to bend and stretch, or bend and lengthen through that floor leg. So the carriage isn't going to really move that much. You're really putting all of your weight and energy into this floor leg, sitting back into that heel, okay? So as you sit back into that heel and you bend and extend through that knee, you'll really feel the glute and the back of the hamstring fire up here. So slow and steady, rinse the race, nothing too fast. You can see that my carriage is really barely moving. I'm just keeping it out in that hold with the left leg, and I'm really working into this right floor leg. Sit back into that heel when you bend down. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, the last one, stay low and just little pulses for 5. Sit back into that heel. Glutes should be fired up by now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay there. So now we're gonna bend our carriage leg in. Just kind of combine the two. Bend up and down. Down, kick that carriage leg in and out. Down and up. So we're just combining those two moves that we were just doing, okay? So take your time, a little coordination here. Slow and steady again, nothing too fast. Pull those shoulders back. So you can back into that heel still. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. And slowly come on in. Good job, guys. We're going to turn around and we're just going to take it right into that other side. So starting from the beginning, I'm going to place my right foot onto the onto my box. And now my left leg is my floor leg here, okay? We're just going to start finding our balance, and we're just going to push that carriage out and in right now. So remember, you have full control. Don't let that spring come in too fast. You don't want it to hit the stopper. You're using your whole leg here to push that carriage out and to bring it in. So it's almost like footwork on the foot bar. Think of that. Good. Now let's bring our arms out to a T. And as we push out, let's lean towards that right side, open that left side of the body, and come back to that T. So taking your time here, finding your balance, maybe a spot on the wall will help you, or close your eyes, but really lengthen, pull those shoulders back, and really open that left side of that body. For 3, and feel that inner thigh stretch. 2, and 1. Good. Same thing with that right leg. We're just going to add that rotation through the waistline. Hips stay squared to that wall in front of you. Good. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Come on in. So now our legs stay where they're at. We're just going to switch into which the working leg is. So now our working leg will be our floor leg, and our right leg will just be there for the ride, okay? So as we extend that right leg out, we're going to bend into our foreleg. And if you're with me, it's my left leg now that's working. So hands at prayer or hands at the waist, whatever works for you. And we're just going to bend in and up. So sit back into that left heel and try to keep your weight on that left side. Good, slow and steady here. Keeping this leg straight and just bending into that left leg. Excellent job, guys. Keep going. Bending and extending through that left leg. Right leg, you can see, has not moved. And I'm moving the carriage with just that left leg. And it's just a slight movement with that carriage. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Stay low and just tiny pulses. Still sitting back into that hill for 3, for 2, and 1. Stay low. So we're going to combine the 2. So I'm going to bend my right knee in and out, and then bending in and extending through that left leg. So same thing like the other side. We're just adding or combining both exercises together. So glutes should be fired up. Mine definitely are. So hopefully you guys can feel it too. Good. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. And slowly come on in. Whew. Good job, guys. So let's give our legs a little bit of a break, and we're going to get into some arms and back. So before I get started, I'm going to switch my heavy spring. So we're going to have a spring change. I'm moving down to my light spring. So 1 light spring, 1 blue spring for me. Okay, so we're on 1 blue spring facing the back wall here, and we have both straps in our hand, but we're going to use single arm, but we're just going to keep both straps in our hand so it's an easy transition, okay? So from here, I'm going to have short strap in hand, and I'm going to move my body back towards the back of my box just so I have more range of motion, and I can get more out of this light spring. So I'm just going to hold my left hand up in this isometric hold, okay? It's not going to do anything. I'm going to work into this left arm. So I'm going to bring my arm, and I'm just going to do a straight arm sweep, and as I sweep back, I'm going to look back towards that wall, and then back to starting position. So exhale as you pull, inhale as you release. So you really want to think about just sliding that scapula blade across your rib cage. So my arm isn't out here. I have it kind of just glued towards my side. And I'm using everything in my back muscle and the back of my arms to move this carriage. So take your time, pull your shoulders out of your ears, pulling the scapular blade down and letting it glide across the rib cage. Good. And remember, no momentum. See if you can stop right at that waistline. Exhale, pull, and the arm stays straight the entire time. I've not bent my elbow, and I'm just using the back of that arm and my back to really move. Let's go for 3. 2, core's on, pulling that stomach in towards your spine, and last one. And come on in. Good, stay there. Sorry, I just kind of want to fix my strap here. Stay there, looking forward and pulling that arm back. Now we're going to hit those triceps, and I'm just going to bend at that elbow joint. So I'm just bending at that elbow joint, and in my arm, you can see, is staying back towards behind me. This is a little heavy, it is. Go to that long strap, but if you're with me, stay on that short strap, and just bend at that elbow joint in and out. Try not to break that wrist. Try to keep it in line with the arm. Let's go for 3, 2, get full extension, and 1, good job. Last thing on this single arm, and then we'll switch to the other side. Keeping that left arm up still, isometric hold, so shoulders still on, working on that left side, just holding this strap. So we're gonna pull into a nice little bicep, so you can see that my arm is up at shoulder level. That's gonna be the most challenging part, is keeping that arm up. And then let's go into a shoulder lift. So it's a bicep curl, shoulder lift. Try to keep your body stacked here. You don't want to lean it forward, so you want to keep your head over your shoulders, shoulders over waist, everything's in line. Pulling that core in towards your spine. Good, nice and steady here, nothing too fast. Feel those biceps fire up, and then feel those shoulders start to warm up. That left arm's probably burning too, just holding that strap. So a lot of muscles working here. Use your breath, take your time. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1, come on down. Whew. Roll out those shoulders really quick. And we're gonna take it right onto that other side, okay? So same thing here. We're just gonna lift our right hand now, and we're just holding that strap and then isometric hold. Arm's not doing anything, but it's staying up, so that shoulder might burn out. And then we're gonna work into that left arm. So we're just gonna start with that kind of chest expansion, straight arm sweep, looking back towards that left side now, and bring it in. Good. So remember, same thing here. Scapular blade is down, and it's just gliding across your rib cage. Exhale as you pull back. Inhale as you release, and really take your time releasing. Don't let those springs bring you in. You bring yourself in. Good. Arm stays straight, so really feel the back working hard here. Our serratus, triceps, back of the arm, deltoids, a lot of muscles. And then our right arm just holding this strap, working hard, doing nothing. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Good, come on in, and we're just gonna go right into that tricep. So arm stays up, bringing that left arm back, bending the elbow, don't break that wrist, and just bending and extending through the elbow joint, and that's it. Try to keep the wrist in line with the hand. Try to keep that arm up and that arm behind us. Feel those triceps fire up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it off really quick, and then we're just gonna go right into those biceps, into that shoulder press, okay? And then we'll give our arms a little bit of a break here. So we're gonna go bicep, just kind of bring that arm up at shoulder level. Try to find that shoulder level, keep it there, use your breath, keep your head stacked over your shoulders here. And now let's go bicep into that shoulder press. Nice and steady. Good job, guys. Keep breathing. Exhale as you pull towards your face. Inhale to release. This will definitely help you out. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on in and just shake those shoulders out and take a quick little breather, and good job. So let's put our left strap down and continue holding on to this right strap, okay? So we're gonna come up kneeling onto our box. So we're gonna place our right foot into our long strap. So take your time getting into this. It can be a little tricky. But once you're there, make sure that you walk your legs all the way back towards the back of this box, okay? And you want your kneeling leg, which is gonna be my left knee if you're with me, in the center of the box, and our right leg is going to fall towards the side, and it's gonna be right in line with our kneeling leg, okay? So let's check our form before we get started. And you want both hands onto the edge of your box in the front, and make sure you use a long width of your box here, okay? You're not scrunched up towards the shoulder blocks. And a light bend in the elbows. When you're ready, go ahead, place your weight in the center. Try not to lean into that left leg. Leg centered here, we're gonna pull the leg back, point the toe, and slowly release. So you're really using the back of that leg, hamstring, glute, to pull and release that rope. Good. Slight bend. Keep your neck in line with your spine. I'm not lifting up, I'm looking down at the floor. Good, just like that. Slow and steady. And then also try not to arch that back. So last thing there. Good. And pull back and slowly release. So you have full control of this rope. Try not to let those springs bring you in. You bring yourself in. Good job, guys. Use your breath. Push your shoulders out of your ears. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Keep that leg up. Now you're just gonna bend that knee in towards your kneeling leg and press through that heel. So now flex the foot and bending that knee in and out. Try to keep your leg lifted above, hovering over that box, engaging that core, head still in line with that spine, still feeling those glutes fire up. Good job. Exhale as you push, inhale to release. Let's go for 3, 2, last one. Keep that leg long, combine the 2. So we're gonna do a straight leg sweep, bend the knee, donkey kick. Good. Same thing, we're just combining the 2 exercises, still focusing on our form, keeping that weight center, slight bend in those elbows, eye gaze stays at the floor, lifting that belly up. Almost there, guys. Let's go for 3. 2. And last one here. And slowly come on down. Good. Before we hit that other side, let's just kind of go ahead and go around that rope. So I'm gonna keep that strap in my hand. And I got a comment or a request saying if we can do more stretches in between exercises. So here's one. So go ahead and just place that working leg, which is my right leg, place it above or over your kneeling leg into a nice forward stretch. And just take a minute here to stretch it out. Feel the back of the glutes and those hamstrings. Get a nice little stretch, especially with those exercises. Good, you can take a little lean forward, do a little bit deeper, whatever works for you guys. Awesome, so since we're here, I'm just gonna keep my leg right here, kind of at that forward shape. It's comfortable for me in this big belly. You can let your legs hang, you can cross them, whatever works. I'm gonna have that strap in my left arm here, okay? And I'm gonna walk my body just towards the end of the box, more range of motion, and we're just gonna do a hug a tree. So I have short strap in hand, and I'm working in my left arm, so it's like the arm closest towards that strap, okay? Pull that core in tight towards your spine, pull your shoulders out of your ears, head over your shoulders here. Exhale as you make a nice round beach ball. Inhale as you release. Keeping those arms up at shoulder level. Good job, guys, just like so. We're just gonna go around the world, give our legs a little bit of a break as we hit some arms, and then we'll go right back into that other side. So, good. Try to keep those arms up, don't drop them, core is on. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. So now you're gonna go ahead and grab that short strap with your opposite arm. So now I have it in my right arm, so my arm close furthest away from that strap. Bring that right arm up to a T, and now we're gonna go draw a sword, but we're gonna keep our arm up at shoulder level. So I'm gonna allow my arm to extend, and then I'm gonna pull and look back. So my eyes are gonna follow my hand the entire time. Hips are staying squared in front of you. You'll get a slight rotation in that rib cage. Try to keep that arm up at shoulder level the entire time, okay? And lifting that left arm, just keeping it up at that T. Don't break that wrist. Good. Use your breath, pulling out, and then get full extension. If you cannot get that full extension, just go ahead and just throw that elbow out and in. But if you can get that full extension, be my guest. But if you're struggling, don't do the full extension. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and last one, keeping that arm out, and we're just gonna open that side of that body and extend out. So these are a little bit tough, so we won't do many of these. So just kind of getting to little triceps, but opening up that right side of that body feels good. We're still working a lot of muscles for 3. Pull those shoulders back, 2. Good job, guys. Pull that core in, and 1, come on down. Whew, talk about shoulder burnout. Perfect. Place that strap down, and then let's come back to kneeling and hit that other side of the leg. So that's why we're on that blue spring. If you're feeling it, that leg spring, trust me, is the best. It really will tone and define you with those more reps and slower and controlled moves. So when you're ready, grab that long strap, place it onto your left foot or whatever side you're on now. Before you get started, walk both legs back towards the end of that box, placing your right foot. Now my right foot is gonna be my kneeling leg, my right knee, sorry. So it's in the middle of the box, it's all the way back, and my left leg is now straight towards the side, and it's in line with my kneeling leg. I have both hands on my box, slight bend in my elbows, head is staying down. I'm not looking up. My neck's in line with my spine here. When we're ready, let's go ahead. Pull that leg back, squeeze the glutes, point the toes, keep your weight center, and slowly release. Not arching that lower back. Exhale as you pull. Inhale as you release. Good job, guys. Control that core. Bring that core in towards your spine. If you're pregnant like me, really hug your baby with your core muscles. Our obliques are working just as hard as our rectus abdominis, so our six packs. So it's working just as hard to keep our body center so we don't rotate. Let's go for 3 before we add on. 2. Last one. Bring that leg all the way back. Now bend the knee and kick through that heel. Watch that rope so it doesn't kind of rub you. But your knees hovering over the box as it comes in and pushes out, okay? So you're not resting that leg. Feel the glutes fire up, slow and steady. Still slight bend in those elbows. Pull those shoulders out of your ears. Pull that core in tighter for 3, 2, and the last one. Pull that leg out. Now let's combine the 2. Straight leg sweep. Donkey kick. Good job, guys. Almost there. Stay strong. Keep that form up. Core is really on here. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Sweep it back. Donkey kick. And slowly come on out of that. Good. So we're going to do the same thing with those arms facing the other way. So my back will be facing you guys, but we're going to do the same exercises. So let's take a nice little stretch first. So your working leg was my left leg, placing it over your kneeling knee. Come into a nice forward stretch, hinging forward. Get that stretch in the back of the leg and glute. Take your time here. Good. And when you're ready, come on up. So like I said, I'm going to keep my leg up, but make sure your feet are out of the way so that reformer can move, so whatever works for you. I'm going to start with my arm closest towards the strap here, short strap in hand, and we're going to go into hug a tree. So think of a nice round beach ball in front of you. That's the shape you're making. Pull your shoulders out of your ears. And bring, good, arms to touch, and then back out. Don't drop your arms, keep them up at shoulder level. That's the challenging part here, but keeping that arm shape like a beach ball in front of you. Pull your core in tighter towards your spine. And breathe. Exhale, inhale. Good job, guys. Keep going. Feel those arms working hard here. Pull those shoulders out of your ears. Pull your shoulders back. Head is right over your shoulders. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Now grab that short strap with your opposite hand arm. So left arm here. Right arm comes to a T, and we're just going to go into draw a sword, and we're going to have our head follow. Keeping that working arm up at shoulder level. Don't break that wrist. Remember, keeping it in line with the arm the entire time. Pull your core in tighter, keeping your hips square to the wall in front of you. Just rotating at that waistline, so our rib cage is moving, but our hips are not. Good job, guys. Like I said, if you can't get this full extension like this, just go ahead and pull the elbow out and in. Out and in. Good. Let's go for 3. You got it. 2. We're going to go right into that tricep. So hinging, let that body open, and then pull it back. It's hard on my left side, so we won't be here long, guys. Let's go for 2. Use your breath. And 1, come on in. Whew. Felt those felt great. Good. Let's go ahead and put our straps down. Okay, so no more straps, and we're going to turn around and we're going to be facing the front of our reformer. Here we're going to do a spring change. So we're going to go back to that heavy spring. So I'm going to take my blue spring off, and I'm going to place my red spring back on. And now I'm going to actually bring up my foot bar. So, 2 things. I'm pregnant, I can't lay on my stomach. So if you're pregnant like me and you can't lay on your stomach, you're going to be sitting and straddling your box just like how I am. If you are not pregnant, go ahead and lay down onto your stomachs facing the front of your reformer, okay? So you're gonna be lying down. If you're not, you're gonna be like how I am. Both hands are gonna come onto your box here. You can bring your feet onto the reformer if you're sitting like me, just so your feet don't get in the way. And we're just gonna keep our arms straight, and we're gonna go into a nice little back extension. So if you're lying down, you're gonna press all the way out, or if you're sitting just like me, watch your belly here. Try to bring your chest all the way down. Push through those arms. Keep those arms straight. And now as you come up, you're gonna just lift that chest into a nice little back extension. Use your exhale. And back down. So it's just a back extension. This is a very classic move on the reformer with the long box series. If you're lying down, I'm just modifying for us pregnant mamas. But take your time, really feel and allow this to feel good. You're lifting your chest up, keeping your head in line with your spine, but the arms stay straight the entire time. Good. So we're going to add on to this. So come on up, lifting that chest up. If you're lying down, go ahead and lift that back left leg up and look towards it, okay? Should feel like a nice stretch. So you're going to lift it up, bend by the knee. If you're not lying down, you're pregnant like me, you're just going to keep that arm straight, but you're going to lift that back, your arm towards that back, and you're going to look towards it. And then both hands down and press back. And then let's do the other side. So come on up, same thing, nice back extension or a Cobra Pose. And if you're lying down, you're going to bend that knee, bringing the leg up, and you're going to look back towards it like so. And if you're pregnant like me, you're just going to bring that arm back, and you're going to look towards those fingers. Still lifting up through that chest, keeping that left arm straight. And then both hands down and press out. So now stay out there. Keep your head in line with your spine. And now we're just going to bend the elbows and come on into a nice push-up. So now head and spine are in line. So if you're lying down and you're just pressing out in and out like this. And if you're pregnant, you're just hinging forward, bringing your belly all the way down. Try to keep your head and spine in line here. And you're just pressing out and in with a wide elbow push up. Pull those shoulders out of your ears. Let the shoulder blade just glide down. Try not to pinch them up like this. You don't want that. Good. And if you can, maybe walk that right hand in the center, bring that left hand in the back, and just try to do a nice single arm push up. Maybe not in the center, I didn't mean the center of the foot bar, but just a little bit closer. Good. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. And this is only if you can do this, okay? It might be a little bit heavy, but if you want the challenge, try to do a single arm push-up. If not, just keep both hands down onto that reformer. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Both hands down. Just bring that chest all the way down if you can. Take a deep breath and slowly come on up. Whew. Almost done, guys, okay? We're just going to do a little quick ab series, and then we're going to end with leg and straps, which was another request from one of my subscribers. So ask and you shall receive. So before we finish with leg and straps, let's go ahead and turn our box, short box. I'm going to bring my foot bar all the way down again, and I'm going to grab my platform extender. If you don't have one, no worries. Just go ahead and use your regular platform. So we're going to take this in steps. So, good. When you're ready, you're going to be kneeling, facing the back of the wall, back of your reformer, okay? So I'm kneeling on my platform extender. If you don't have it, you'll kneel on your platform. I would grab a towel if you're kneeling on your platform. It might be a little hard for the knees, whatever works. Both forearms are going to come onto your box. So I'm perched up like this. I like to have my palms facing into each other rather than death gripping the box. And it makes it a little bit more challenging. When you're ready, you're going to press that carriage out. See how I drop those hips? And now I'm going to keep it like that, and I'm just going to saw my carriage in and out. So if you're pregnant like me, take your time here if you're comfortable doing this. This can be the smallest little movement, but just make sure you really pull that core in towards your spine. Hug your baby as tight as you can with those your core muscles here. And you're sawing in and out. Make sure the hips are down and those are steady. You're just moving through the shoulders, but you're controlling and staying stable in that core. Good. Let's go for 5. We'll add on to this. 4, 3, 2, and last one, come on in. Take a quick little child's pose. And so now the more challenging part, if you're more advanced, especially if you're pregnant, you need to be more advanced for this next move. If that was good enough for you, just do another set kneeling with those. If you want more of a challenge, or for my non-pregnant people out there, let's take it to the next level, a little bit more advanced here, okay? So you're actually going to come up standing, or kneeling, whatever. Getting into this is like a little tricky just because it's lower, but we're going to come into a full plank basically. So both hands back onto your box when you're ready, palms facing into each other. Avoid death gripping the box, okay? Holding that box actually doesn't make it as challenging. So when you have your palms facing in, you don't have that box to hold on to. So palms facing in. When you're ready, we're going to press that carriage all the way out. And now we're just going to bend the knee in and out. Nice, beautiful, long spine here, guys. Okay, if you're pregnant like me, your legs might be a little bit wider than hip distance apart, just for that belly to come in and out. Same thing, draw that core in closer towards your spine. Head, guys, stays at the floor. And breathe. Good job, guys. For 2. Last one, you're going to stay out in that plank, and now just saw those arms in and out. Hold that plank. Bring that core closer to your spine. Push those heels back. Nice long spine here. Breathe. Press through those shoulders. Good. We're just sawing our shoulders up and then right back under. For 4, 3, 2. Last one. Breathe in and just hold that plank, guys. Hold that plank. Hold it there. You got it. Push those heels back. Squeeze those glutes. Bring that core in even tighter. Breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Come on in and last little child's pose here. Good, and come on up. So we are done with our box. And let's go ahead and put our box to the side. And now we are going to end with feet and straps. So it definitely has been a while since I've finished a workout with feet and straps. So this is for whoever requested it. So before we get started, we're gonna add a spring. So I'm gonna have one heavy and one light. So one red and one blue for me. Now, if you're in your second or third trimester, you need to be up on a wedge, okay? I recommend it to not be on your back. I don't have a wedge. This reformer doesn't come with a wedge, or I don't think they made a wedge for the size of it. So what I do, I take my platform extender and I make my own wedge. So, and if you're not pregnant, go ahead, put your light and heavy spring on, lie down completely, head in between your shoulder blocks. So this is how I make my little wedge. And then grab your straps. Bring your foot bar up, just so you can come into your straps, come in and out of your straps easier. And make sure your wedge or your platform extender, whatever you're using, is right onto those shoulder blocks. And when you're ready, come on down. And then let's place our feet in straps. So I'm on one heavy, one light, and I have my feet in the long straps here. So from here, bring your feet all the way out, arms by your side, and if you're not pregnant, you're lying fully down. You can have your head rest up, whichever you prefer. And let's just bend both knees in and out. So bend and stretch. Flex the foot as you bend, point the toes as you push out, okay? Keeping the straps slightly above, keeping your heels slightly above your knees so the straps don't rub. Good. So I'm very limited with my movement here just because I'm perched up, also this big belly. So you guys go at your own pace and your own movement. All I have to say is when you bend your knees in, stop at that 90 degree. Don't bring it all the way in like this. Stop at that 90 degree. And press out. Flex the foot and point. Good. So it's a nice little cool down with feet and straps. I always kind of like when I was teaching at the studio, I always ended with feet and straps, but it all depends. Good. From here, let's bring feet together, toes apart. So first position, same thing. Bend the toe, flex the foot, and then point the toes as you push out. Really think about zipping up through those inner thighs when you press those legs out. So it's really focusing on inner thighs, pelvic floor in this exercise. Good, just like so. And same thing, try to bring it 90 degrees, don't come all the way in like that. For 3, 2, and last one, legs straight. Make the feet parallel, about hip distance apart, and now we're just gonna lift the legs up, feel the back of those legs stretch, especially after all that leg work, and pull down. So pull down where you can control it in the core. Don't arch that lower back. As you can see, like I said, I'm limited just because I'm on this wedge, and yeah, I can't really bring my legs all the way down as I would like to if I was lying flat. But like I said, with this one, especially for people that are kind of newer at Pilates, I notice they like to try to bring their feet all the way down towards the springs, and then their back arches. So this goes into their low back, not the core muscles. So think about extending and lengthening through the back, but as you pull down, you'll feel those lower abs fire up. Keep that tension there. Never in that low back. Good. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Let's go into leg circles. So you can pick your choice here, which direction you want to start with. So it's crazy. This is probably as big as I can get with my leg circles right now, just because my pelvic floor, so much pelvic pressure, I can just feel it. So if I go any wider, it just doesn't feel good at all. Just feel like I've done a lot of inner thigh exercises, super sore. It's just really amazing how the body responds to pregnancy. So yeah, but if you can take these extra wide, be my guest. Really opening up those hips. Finding hip mobility is so important just to keep us mobile. Good, and then when you're ready, let's switch directions. So same thing, just switching the direction of those circles. So you go around and then pull down. Going, just making nice little circles with those legs. And remember, try to pull down, but not arch that lower back as you bring those legs down towards the carriage. Good. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Let's go right into Peter Pan. So I'm going to bend my right leg, and I'm going to bring it in towards my inner thigh as I reach my left leg out. My hips are staying square to the ceiling here. Try not to roll out like this. And then press with heels meet together. Same thing other side. Bend that left leg, bring it in towards inner thigh, and extending that right leg out towards the side of the room, and push. So, you really want to focus on keeping those hips square to the ceiling as we do this nice stretch. Get that stretch of that inner thigh. Obliques are on here because naturally our waist and our body's going to want to rotate towards that side that our legs are bending and lengthening through. So really try to keep your body centered here. For 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good job, guys. Go ahead and bring both feet in like a diamond shape or a frog, and just allow them to rest onto your springs, and your straps are going to rest on your body, and just let that body open. Let your hips open, and just take a quick little breather here. Allow that heart rate to come down and focus on what we just did. Should feel good. And then let's slowly come on out of those straps. So go ahead and place them on your D-rings. Come on up. Slowly come on up and out of that. And that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and take a quick little stretch. So I'm going to take my heavy spring off, and I'm just going to keep my light spring. I'm going to come by the side of my reformer, and I'm going to place my right foot onto my shoulder block, and my left foot is on the floor, and it's in line with my carriage leg. I'm just going to press that carriage all the way out and bring my knee over my ankle and allow my hips to open. So it's a nice little hip opener. Good. Take a deep breath, let those legs stretch out. A lot of leg work today. And then when you're ready, go ahead and extend that bottom floor leg into a nice little, you can come into a split if you're there. Extending that leg, feeling the back of the leg stretch. And then let's slowly come on in and switch sides. Same thing, other side. Now my left foot is up against my shoulder block, and I'm just gonna press out into that nice little hip opener. Make sure my knee is right above my ankle here. Press through those arms. Don't sag into them. Lift that chest. Good. And when you're ready, just straighten that bottom leg. Get that nice back of the leg stretch here. And come on in. And that is it for today. So thank you guys so much. Like I said, I'm 37 weeks pregnant. I'm 37 and a half. I'm closer to 38 weeks. So I can pretty much go into labor any minute now. This is my second, so they say they come a little bit earlier. So I think this might be my last YouTube video for a while. I just want to let you guys know if I feel up to it, maybe I'll make one next week, but I'm really tired and making a YouTube video or these videos, it's a lot of work, a lot of time and effort goes into these. So, and especially because I try to make them, I like to make them look really nice for you guys. So thank you so much, the ones that have subscribed to me or been loyal subscribers. Next time I see you, if I don't make another one, I will be a mom of 2, and we'll get into rehab, repairing our pelvic floor, rebuilding our core strength for my mamas out there that are pregnant with me. We can do this together. We'll get strong again together. For my non-pregnant subscribers, there'll still be great videos for you as well. So thank you guys so much, and if I don't see you like next week, then I will see you soon once I get cleared after the baby. Thank you and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.